So in the wake of the effects of the Trump tariffs, the president now wants to give a bailout to farmers. Now, the Washington Post has reported that the White House is now readying $12 billion in what they call emergency assistance to farmers. Now, let me note that these aren't, small family farmers. These are corporate farms. So just to know where a lot of this money would end up. Now, Politico, citing two sources familiar with the plan, reported that the administration will pay for this, for these billions in trade-related aid through the Department of Agriculture's broad authority and two commonly commodity support programs in a farm bill that's under consideration by Congress. Now, this is a direct result of the Trump tariffs because, well, look, if you slap tariffs on them, then they're going to retaliate. And so far, they have. In fact, right now, we have tariffs on Chinese goods as well as steel and aluminum imports from the European Union, Canada, and Mexico. And in turn, guess what? They have targeted U.S. agricultural products, including soybeans, dairy meat, produce, and liquor. So that's where a lot of these people who are Trump supporters, who operate some of these corporate farms, they're like, oh, our profit motive, we're being hit by the tariffs. We might end up not voting for you if you don't help us. And so, well, here we have the Donald Trump response. Say, oh, we're going to absolutely help you. In fact, we're going to give you socialism. Yeah. Now, he, of course, defended this by saying, tariffs are the greatest. Either a country which has treated the United States unfairly on trade negotiates a fair deal, or it gets hit with tariffs. It's as simple as that, and everybody's talking. Yeah, everybody's talking about how dumb you are. Look, here's the thing. I believe in tariffs. There is they have a use. And if you use them wisely, if you use them smartly, to get a better deal, well, that's good. I'm in favor of that. But when you blindly throw them on everybody, because we have a trade deficit, right? Well, there are ways that you can actually deal with a trade deficit, and it's not always a bad thing, because some countries will produce things that we don't have, or have materials that we don't have, and sometimes we have materials that they don't have. It's all about trying to actually find a good deal. What we don't have are good deals. And unfortunately, a lot of the deals that come from both Democrats and Republicans, mostly Republicans because they're more free trade, generally don't benefit the United States. If you want to go and fix those, well, that's one thing, right? So, but if you're not smart about it, then you're going to make stupid deals. You're going to do stupid things that are going to end up isolating you and hurting your economy. And that's what's happening today. But anyway, these tariffs, and to show you the impact that they're having and why they're a bad idea, is look, already a lot of things have, the price of a lot of things have been increased, including washing machines. Now, the administration had placed a tax of 20 to 50% on large residential washing machines. Now, the Wall Street Journal, citing Labor Department data, recently estimated that the average cost increase because of that had went up by 17% in the past 3 months. Solar panels. Now, I happen to care about climate change. I happen to care about the environment. And so, look, a lot of our solar panels are created in China. Why? America missed the boat. That's why. We could actually manufacture solar panels here. But we chose not to. We don't invest in solar. And so we gave that over to China. Now, the price of solar panels, because of these tariffs on China, would basically, according to energy marketplace Energy Sage, estimated they would add about $500 to $1,000 to the cost of a typical home installation project. Now, those projects cost about $16,000 to $21,000. So that's a little bit extra money now that you have to spend on getting solar panels. The administration's 25% steel tariff could also add as much as $175 to the price of a $35,000 car. Again, that's not a lot, but nonetheless, that is still an increased cost. Now, what's interesting is that that's a little less than the amount that a regular person would save with the Trump tax cuts. So immediately, any net positive impact gets wiped out. Cell phones, computers, toys, a lot of other extra things are also going to be impacted or affected by these tariffs. So we're going to end up paying more for a lot of things. Why? It's because Donald Trump didn't want to negotiate. But anyway, look. So again, you have the price of a lot of important things that have gone up, and you have a lot of jobs, true, but no wage growth. So basically, you're behind. All that wage growth, all that economic growth, and none of it's went to you. They've actually went right to the top, and you've ended up losing ground on wages. So, but where's your bailout? Do you get a bailout? Oh no, that would be socialism. Actually, that's the funniest part about all this, right? Because this is socialism. They call it emergency aid, but basically it's public money that's being used to help these corporate farmers. It's actually corporate welfare, if anything. But I thought I didn't like socialism. Well, it turns out they love socialism when it benefits rich people, or when it benefits corporations. They love that corporate welfare. But I thought the free market was supposed to take care of things. It doesn't. Now, here's the thing. They love socialism when it bails out the rich, when it bails out their base. Now, some Republicans are calling that out, and they're saying basically the same thing. For example, you have Chairman Pat Roberts of Kansas. He's Agriculture Committee Chairman, says that this is problematic to say the least. The president's tariff and subsidy policy is incoherent, said Senator Bob Corker, which that sentence was a little incoherent. South Dakota Senator John Thune also said, quote, "The bumper crop of cash is an additional payment that's going to be made by the taxpayers." And that's what it is. Now, look, there are a few Republicans. It's not enough. But they're doing it because, well, they're with Trump because they don't want to cost themselves votes. They're not going to stand up because the Republican base loves Donald Trump. And the irony here is that Trump created this problem and now is using taxpayer money to not solve the problem, but basically give out handouts to his followers. This is purely political, and it's everything the Republican Party has always said that they were against. Hey everybody, thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more like this, please hit the subscribe button below. And if you want to support truly independent progressive media, please consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/TYTNation.